And everything is all together to make some homemade sausage rolls. I have the dry mustard powder, 1 teaspoon, the garlic powder, 2 teaspoons, onion powder, 2 teaspoons, parsley, 2 teaspoons, thyme, 2 teaspoons, salt and pepper. I'm just gonna use a pinch of those. There's 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs, 3 eggs divided. I'm gonna use 1 to brush them and 2 to go inside, 2 packages of puff pastry, and 2 pounds of pork. So I'm gonna start adding my stuff to my mixture for my sausage rolls. Just a pinch of pepper, pinch of salt, my 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs, 2 teaspoons of thyme, 1 teaspoon of mustard powder. Doesn't matter what order you put these in. 2 teaspoons of parsley, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I get my 2 eggs in there. Hopefully no shells. I just jinxed myself, so a shell will probably go in. There we go. Everything's in there. Now let's just mix her up. So because I have 2 packages of the pastry, which is 4 squares, I am going to divide my meat so that they're even. So all my sausage rolls are the same. I've zeroed out my scale. I know you're probably saying, but you only have 2 pounds of pork, but I put in so much more. So 50.4 grams. So I'll divide that by 4, and then I will weigh them up individually into 4 little balls, and then all my sausage rolls will be the same. There we are. So the meat is all portioned out into 4. I've got some flour. I've got my puff pastry and my rolling pin. If you've never made sausage rolls, add it to the list. They are pretty easy and pretty tasty. They're just a bit of time consuming. I don't bake. If you follow my page, you know I don't bake. We're doing this for a friend who asked me to make him some. And I love this rolling pin. I've always used the old-fashioned ones or the marble ones, but I was in Winners one day and they had this one, and it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive. And you see all the chefs using them, so I thought, if they're using it, I'll give it a try. Oh, I would never go for any other rolling pin again. I just love it. I absolutely love it. It's really nice because you can actually get your hands like right down there for a good roll rather than doing this. I think I'll square it up. No, I won't. I'm going to leave them really rustic. We'll get our sausage meat in there. Just spread it all the way down. You could put a strip of mustard in here if you wanted. Like a grainy mustard would be nice, but I'm not sure of our friend's preference, so I'm just kind of playing these ones safe. There we go. Flip that over. Roll that over. I've made my egg wash, so that is 1 egg and a tablespoon of cold water. I'm just gonna egg wash it because that'll help it stick. These are smelling good, and it's raw meat. It smells really good with the thyme and the garlic. I'll cut it in half and then half again, and then so everything's even. I sharpened my knife. So I'm gonna get 8 pieces out of this. That'd be a good size for snacking on. Then you're not stuck eating a whole bunch if you're not really that hungry. Have 2 if you are. Then I'm gonna egg wash these. I have my oven preheated right now at 425. I'll let them go 10 minutes, and then I'll keep checking them every 5 minutes for that perfect golden brown. There we go. Now we'll just do a little bit of an egg wash all the way around it. And put some everything bagel on these ones. I won't do all of them that way. I'll leave a batch plain, a batch sesame. So I got my everything bagel seasoning. So put that on with the egg so that it sticks. I think I'll get 2 squares out of each tray, so I have to make them twice. Set this aside while I wrap up the rest of it. And that's 1 package. They're ready for the oven. Oven is preheated. Let's get her in. And this is what they look like. It took about 35 minutes at 425. Show you the bottoms. They are absolutely beautiful. I temped the meat. They're at 160. So the first 2 squares are done. This is the 3rd square. I'm actually going to cut it a little differently to make them a little bit bigger this time. So the last ones we got 8 out of. I'm probably going to get 6, I think. Again, just make sure it goes all the way to the end on both sides. Who wants just puff pastry? You want that sausage meat in there. Give her a fold. She's all egg washed. Let's flip that piece over. Turn her around. So we're gonna get 4, I think. I'll just give them normal, big sausage rolls. So we get 4. So it all depends on what you want for your freezer. If you want big ones, cut big ones. You want little ones, cut little ones. Gonna egg wash get these on the pan. I'm gonna egg wash them. I need to put a few holes in them because they're pretty big. I'm not putting any seasoning or stuff on the top of them. There we have it. There's the big ones. It made 8. There's the little ones with the different seasonings on top of them. They're absolutely delicious. As you know, there's some missing. Yum.